Hey everyone, it's Elizabeth, and I am back here to do my divine feminine in separation from their divine masculine. And this time I'm focusing on water signs: Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. This would be your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. And so the decks that I'm using today are the Manara Erotic Tarot. It's a beautiful deck. If it's too erotic or evocative for you, then look away and look at my other videos, the other tarot card readers out there. And the other deck I'm using is the Twin Flame Journey Tarot by Mystic Moon, who I absolutely adore. And a shout out to my friend Denise Siegel. Thank you so much for referring your friends to me. I love you. And so anyway, let's get started here. I laid some cards out, and let's see. The first thing I'm looking at is where you guys are at right now. Okay, so with the Twin Flame deck, the first card I picked was the Six of Swords, which is in this deck, Tranquility Ahead. Now, in general, the recent past indicates that some of you divine females out there have been clearing the way, letting the past go, and moving forward. I think you made a conscious decision to just let this go. Especially if you've been in separation for a long time, it's becoming evident that it's time to move on. And that's kind of the decision you made because of the Three of Swords clarifying this card. This card came up in one of my other readings. And so this is really terrible. This is terrible heartache. It's betrayal. It's a three-sided relationship. This could mean that your divine masculine quite possibly could have had a third party. Could have been a girlfriend, boyfriend, could have been a relative, family member, but they were burdened. And I feel like there were things that were unsaid about this relationship that you didn't know a lot. And you're distancing yourself from this heartache, okay? So as we move on into this present situation where you guys are at now, we have Ten of Pentacles. This is a great energy for you guys. This is, in this card it says ultimate achievement. It's because you guys are embracing your gifts. Many of you water signs are putting all your energy you're channeling all of the energy into your career, how you make a living. You're channeling your energy into your physical body as well, and your family. I believe the Ten of Pentacles is all about family. That's the ultimate goal, is enjoying your family. And underneath that card, for clarification, I'm using the Manara deck. We have the Ace of Earth, Ace of Pentacles. And with this is more about taking advantage of opportunities and leaping forward into, it's like you guys are initiating change. And I believe this has to do with your career, your finances, and that seems to be more of your focus right now. When I look at the divine masculine here in this energy, you guys, even though, he's not really in your present mind. Maybe you're thinking about him, but I think for a lot of you water signs out there, your main focus happens to be, the energy for some of you is career and family, okay? And trying to make ends meet. You're initiating an opportunity for some of you. You're kind of branching out professionally for many of you out there. So now I'm looking into the future. This is the immediate future coming in this week. Now this is, by the way, I don't know if I even said for November 7th through the 14th, by the way. So this would be coming in Three of Cups, and this is a card of celebration and community, absolutely. And you guys are networking and making friends. And I believe that some of you are trying to, or at least you're making an effort to keep yourself busy and to keep yourself around people that love you and respect you and enjoy your company. Now, this energy also, when it comes to divine masculine, I feel like he is remembering the good times he had with you, and he's thinking about that and to having moments of clarity, and appreciating what he did have with you. Now, the energy that clarified this card was the King of Fire. This is a fire sign, male. It could be a female. That would be Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. And, this guy's, he's very physical, active man. He can be a bit, um, what's the word? A bit full of himself, arrogant, and you know, this is someone who's full of energy, always on the go. So I mean, this if this resonates with some of you water sign divine feminines out there, this could be the divine masculine we're talking about, who you see as very physical, very active, very, very much about himself. He's wrapped up in his own stuff. He's very hardworking, diligent worker, not lazy at all. Now I also believe that this divine masculine energy is kind of remembering the good time. Like I said, remembering the good times he had with you. That's what's coming in. I'm not seeing any immediate communication here, but let me move on and see what's coming up. You have here, as far as action is being taken this week, you've got the high priestess. This is, secrets being revealed, hidden knowledge. So you might find something out about your divine masculine this week, whether it be through him, through a cryptic message he sends you, maybe through social media, maybe through an email. But, you do have the Five of Wands. So this is a conflict of interest here. This is, this card can be about, trying to get your point across and being frustrated. And I believe your divine masculine is absolutely frustrated. If not with himself, with the actions he took toward you, apparently, maybe for some of you. And I think he's frustrated with the fact that he didn't reveal certain things to you. That's with this card here. I think that the Five of Wands is that aggressive energy, and your divine masculine may be feeling like he needs to. Secrets may be coming out whether he likes it or not, and that may be frustrating him. But he's going to have to. He may be defensive if you do communicate with him. By the way, so let's move on. We have in the energy of people around you. And again, this is because we're focusing on your divine male, masculine, and separation. We have the Four of Swords, which is an energy of sitting still. It's non-action, because for some of you divine feminines out there, you may be dealing with a divine masculine who isn't physically well. He may be sick mentally or physically even, or both. And he's in a period of recovery right now, because you do have the Knight of Swords underneath that energy. And I mean, his mind is active, so I believe that he wants to talk to you. He might even be with the Four of Swords. He's contemplating and thinking while he's recovering, while he's doing what he needs to do to take care of himself in some way, and I get this feeling of not necessarily detachment, but he's thinking more with his head than his heart. That's where your divine masculine is right now, is he's reasoning. He's trying to reason with himself, and he is contemplating taking action. With the Knight of Swords is that communication. So don't be surprised if maybe you get a letter or an email or something from this person, a text message maybe. So in the energy of hopes and fears, what I found fascinating was I got the Ten of Wands, which is burdens, heavy burdens here. And then we got Ten of Wands again. And so twice, hopes and fears. You guys are still, both of you, divine feminine and divine masculine, water sign, divine feminine. Your divine masculine, both of you are still carrying this burden. It's a burden for him. It's a burden for you. Now, you're both handling it differently, and we'll clarify these on how you both are handling these burdens, because I believe the divine masculine is getting to a point where he's feeling really stressed and uptight and almost angry. And I almost get the impression that he doesn't want to apologize, or no, I don't want to. It's almost like that bratty little boy energy, and you guys are just ready to release this burden. You don't want to hold on to it anymore, because your outcome card, you've got, interestingly enough, the Four of Pentacles, which is still holding on to it. And I think that's more the divine masculine energy of holding on. It's like he doesn't want to let go. And you've got the Six of Wands, which is the victory card here. I feel like the roles have shifted. I feel like at one point you guys couldn't be without your divine masculine, and now time has gone by, and now your divine masculine is starting to feel like he's holding back. He's frustrated. I mean, this is scarcity mindset. It means that he's feeling a loss without you. And so all of a sudden he is missing you. And you guys are beginning to kind of detach a little bit now. You might notice sometime in the next week that you are detaching from this desire to communicate with the divine male. You may decide that this is too much of a burden for me. I don't need this. I don't want to hold on to this. And then the roles have switched, and now the divine masculine is burdened and overwhelmed, and he's holding on to you still, and let's clarify. This 10 of Wands, the double 10 of Wands, please. I want to know what this is about. I want to know for the divine feminine, what is her burden? What is this? Clarify the 10 of Wands for the feminine first. For the water sign, divine feminine, I'm asking my guides, and I need to take a sip of water. I was parched. Okay. What does this 10 of Wands represent? Clarify for the female. Here we go. 5 of, wow, you guys, this is what you're dealing with. 5 of air, 5 of swords is the betrayal. You guys are still recovering from this unbelievably horrific betrayal that was done to you by your divine masculine. It's a burden, it's a betrayal, and this is what you're holding on to, and you want to let this go. Now, what is the divine? I think the divine masculine is also feeling this level of, damn, I really did a number on her, and he's carrying that same burden. You are dealing with it differently. Your divine feminines are getting away from it, although your issues of trust when it comes to the opposite sex, or when it comes to someone that you want to get romantically involved with, you're being very mindful, very careful. But let's take a look at the divine masculine as far as his 10 of Wands energy. Okay, so we've got 9 of Swords. He's feeling so freaking guilty. Oh my God. Look at this. 9 of Swords. He is just absolutely feeling like, with this card here, it's Saturn energy, and it's really painful. He's not sleeping. Divine masculine is feeling guilty now. Sometime in the week ahead, he's tossing and turning at night. That's his burden. So as far as the 4 of Pentacles and we have the Victory card, 6 of Wands. What is the outcome? This card fell right out. Is he going to reach out? Well, look here. We've got the World. Timing. Now, I've said this before in my readings. Major Arcana cards, you guys, they're literally like the weather. And what I mean by that is we can't control the weather, right? We can only prepare. So the World card is, timing, that a cycle has ended and a new cycle is beginning, but it's also divine timing. And I know that's with the Wheel of Fortune too, but with the World, it's now is the time to take advantage. If this divine masculine is going to reach out to you, at least right now he's thinking about it. And for you guys, you're moving on. I just pulled the last card, 9 of Wands. So I believe that 9 of Wands here, you guys are standing your ground. You've been the Wounded Warrior card here, but in this deck, it's obviously a little bit more evocative. But you're protecting yourself. You're cautious. You're being a little, mindful of this other gentleman here, this divine masculine. You're wondering if, is that all there is? Is there anything more here? Because I don't want to fight this anymore. I want to move on. And the divine masculine is with the 9 of Wands. He's feeling like a wounded, it's that wounded warrior energy for him too, but he has no right to feel this way. That's how I feel. And one more card, please, for any type of, will this divine feminine water sign, will the divine masculine at all, some clarification on reaching out, of communication, because he's burdened. I can tell you this much, you guys. Here we go. Last card. Queen of Fire. That's, you guys are feeling like you've had enough, and you'd rather just, like this card, I can pleasure myself. Thank you very much. I don't need you to do anything for me. And honestly, you guys are focusing more on what you enjoy. You're focusing more on, don't be surprised if when you least expect it, whether it's now or in the next few months or next few weeks, I just feel like right now your divine masculine is stuck and making excuses for not reaching out to you. And he is feeling burdened, and it's a heavy burden for him. He's not sleeping. He is feeling guilty. Whatever he did to you, he feels lousy about. So I feel like you guys are focusing now. As I look at the rest of this reading, I'm kind of going through it again, and I feel like you guys are moving again, Six of Swords, moving away from the stress, moving toward calmer shores, focusing more on your friends and your family. You're celebrating in the future with your friends. And the idea of meeting someone new, by the way, with the Three of Cups next to the King of Fire, don't be surprised if that door opens, unexpectedly. Doesn't mean you have to take it if you're not ready. If you're still kind of getting over this divine masculine, the energy I get from him is one of, it's almost it's detachment, and I'm not ready to do this. He's feeling guilty. He's thinking of you all the time. You're on his mind. I feel like we're going to have to take a look at this again more toward the end of the month. I feel like it's heading in that direction, by the way, guys. It's heading in that direction of the divine masculine reaching out to you. I just don't know if it's going to actually happen this week. I feel like this week is more about your own evolution, your own focus on your career, your social life, your family. Okay, this is about networking, you guys, and about focusing on yourself and letting go of this burden. Be done with this energy. Don't wait anymore. Keep moving forward. So anyway, I do hope this reading did resonate with some of you. If you want, please send me some feedback. I'd love to know what all of you think about this. And also, I'm still running my contest. And so once I get to 100 subscribers, I will then randomly choose 3 subscribers for 15-minute readings by phone with me. So you guys have a lovely, lovely evening or lovely day whenever you see this video. And I am so grateful to all of my new subscribers. I appreciate all of you. And this journey is becoming so exciting and so much fun. And really, thank you all so much for participating with me. I just think this is the neatest thing in the world. Thank you all so much. Have a blessed evening.